I was born in Liverpool in 1938, just before the war started. My mum tells me it was about 2 years before the war started. And I was born in the south end of Liverpool, in the Toxteth area. And I went to Quarrybank High School. I didn't know much about Quarrybank, only for the fact that my brother had already attended there. He's 3 years older than I am. Of course, the Beatles hadn't quite started then. I knew of them as the Silver Beatles, but I got to know a lot of the groups that were performing around that time, and because Liverpool was really humming quite then. There were many, many groups around, but nobody thought anything of it at the time. We knew all these people, and then I met, of course, Ringo through his dad, Richard Starkey, who actually was his stepfather, paint and decorator. My dad had met him on the docks because my dad was also a paint and decorator. And he had met him and said, "You got to hear this guy sing." He said, "He's got an excellent voice." He said, "He has a son also that's with a group, but he's playing at Butlin's right now." And I said, "Oh, what's his name?" He said, "Richard Starkey. And he's with a group called Rory Storm and the Hurricanes." I'll be very honest with you. I've never acted before this on screen. And the first time, I'll tell you a very quick story. I represent the Liverpool Soccer Supporters Club in Toronto, and we have a huge membership. Peter had phoned. He was trying to get hold of a few people who thought maybe he could fit the bill. You know, they had to be in their late 60s, fairly fit, good looking, and all that crap, you know. So I met him one night in a pub. Won't mention the name of the pub, but we did go to the Brass Rail after that. No. And he said to me, "You know, I think maybe we can, use you in this movie." And I said, "You know something? I've never acted in my life." And he said, "Don't worry." He said, "I've never made a movie in my life."
Film school about the changing.
Been asking around here about us.
We've been asking questions about everybody because we're trying to, find out about how the old guys.
We're not interested. All right, we're not interested.
Well, is there anybody else who'd like to?
No, there isn't. Now piss off, will you? Piss off.
Initially, I was contacted by Peter McNamee, the director of the movie at the time, and I still am the vice president of the Liverpool FC Supporters Club here in Toronto. I had this telephone call one day, and I thought, why is this gentleman phoning me? What is this all about? Peter introduced himself. He had mentioned that he was involved in some kind of a radio documentary, and he'd like to talk to me about it, and would you be interested? And I said, certainly, I definitely will be interested. And then we had a meeting at my house, and he said to me, "You know, Graham," he said, "I'm going to make a movie, and I want you in it." And I said, "Oh my God," because I'd never acted before in my life. What are you doing here, Mason? I told you you'd left. Why are you still hanging around this place?
I can find the truth.
About what?
I think you know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know that Noel is John Lennon, and after tonight, I'm going to know for sure.
Are you serious? Listen, mate, John Lennon's dead, don't you know that? Are you the only one on this planet that doesn't know it?
I think he survived.
Survive what? To run a farm in Canada? You know what? There's a lot of people come round here and they look at Noel and they do a double take because they think he's John Lennon, but he's not. Okay? But you're the first person I've ever known that's pimped his girlfriend over it.
You laugh all you want, but I'm going to have the proof.
What proof is that?
It's varied.
Like what? Do you want to know the whole truth about this, son? Peter said to me, "You know what, Graham?" He said, "Just put yourself in Stanley's position. You were really the guy that looks after him. Just imagine that this is for real." And so what I started to do then is just started to ad-lib. I throw in a lot of Liverpool colloquialisms.
Now fuck off before I knock 7 kinds of shite out of you.
All right.
Come on, now fuck off.
When I realized that I could let myself go like that, it became more exciting. And I think Peter seemed to be quite happy with what I was doing, and it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Look, mate, Noel Snow is Noel Snow. He's no more John Lennon than Paul McCartney. I know he looks like him, and I know he sounds like him, but he's not John Lennon. John Lennon's dead.
So why the Liverpool accents?
It's me that has the accent, not him. I'm the one with the accent. Look, he does it because I don't know it's his thing, like. Look at him. He's got those granny glasses and the long hair. Do you think if John Lennon wanted to fake his death and disappear, that he'd walk around looking like John Lennon? I don't think so. And you know what? You take away the long hair and take away the glasses and you wouldn't even see it. And the accent's fake. I'm the one with the Scouse accent, not him. And the voice, well, the voice is just the way you deliver it. Like, all right there, girls, see you at the cavern on Saturday night. Look, I'm sorry, mate, I really am, because I know you'd really like to get some truth out of all this. I mean, I loved that man. I loved him. He was a fantastic musician. And you know what? His works will live on forever. Do you know what I'm saying? He wrote some beautiful music, beautiful. Do you know what? The day he died, I cried. I really cried, and so did Noel. He cried as well. He still does. We both do. And do you know what? That's why Noel keeps this thing going, because he wants to keep the memory alive. And God bless him for it.